Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, May 7th, 2025. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3073 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, you know what time it is. It's the Police Report with Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders. Our topic today, we're going to talk about the downtown nightlife.
Nightlife in the house. Yep. We'll also talk about 3 things you should do and how the city of Tulsa responds to nightlife activity.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are NBA Round 2 playoffs, what's about that thunder, and the road rage, out of control, birthdays, and more.
Damali, you been outside in that rain?
I've been trying to stay out of it.
That's why I got on a nice coat.
Yeah.
Who got that coat for you?
Polo Pal. We'll talk about that too.
Polo Pal will give me a shout out. Y'all lock in. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news in 5, 4, 3, 2. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. Every road in the city leads to the Guthrie Green for Mayfest 2025. Mayfest 2025. And performing live is one of Tulsa's baddest bands. I'm talking about Bobby Eaton and the Eaton Out Band performing live for the first time ever at Mayfest on the Guthrie Green stage. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Mayfest is absolutely free to the public, and you know they got the best vendors from all over. So make sure your calendar is marked. Grab your lawn chairs and blankets, and we'll see you Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. with the Eaton Out Band performing live at Mayfest. Follow the Eaton Out Band at EatonOutBand.com. And for more info or complete Mayfest schedule, visit TulsaMayfest.org.
Tulsa, get ready as 2 sisters come together to bury their father. But wait, an unknown sibling pops up. Can Bonetta and Beverly bury their father without killing each other first? Or will the surprise sister be their saving grace? Don't miss Chicken and Biscuits. Chicken and Biscuits, the hilarious family comedy written by Douglas Lyons and directed by Gerard Cobb. Saturday, May 17th at 8 p.m. Sunday, May 18th at 3 p.m. And Saturday, May 27th, 8 p.m. And Sunday, May 25th, 3 p.m. at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater. Don't miss 1 second of this hit Broadway stage play. Get your tickets right now, and for more info, visit TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111 for the hit Broadway stage play, Chicken and Biscuits, proudly presented by Theater North.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
All right. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. Man, we jamming right now. We jamming today,
Man,
ain't we?
let's do it.
Okay, so news you can use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I'm so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me on your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, happy hump day. What's up?
Man, this weather is killing me, man.
Yeah, the weather a little different, y'all. In certain patches it's dry, other patches overcast, other patches it's raining like cats and dogs.
Exactly.
You don't know what's going on. But you know what? It's cool, though. But the good thing about it, we inside. Y'all see all this bright light.
Exactly.
So we're going to give you a little bit of sunshine on today. Another thing, Damali, man, there's been so much stuff going on.
Oh,
good,
my God.
bad, sad, ugly. What is going on right now?
I have no idea, but I'm ready for that to blow out.
We're ready for that season to get on back
Get
behind you.
over, because, that's too much. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
Too many things
that
going
is
on.
heavy. So what you do this weekend?
Oh, man, what did I do this weekend? Do I even know?
I mean, you didn't do nothing. I'm tell you what I did this weekend.
I guess I didn't.
I was out and about
Nothing
trying to
that
find
was-
myself, preparing for a festival season. There's so much
Man.
stuff going on. We got graduation. It's a lot of stuff. It's graduation season. Are you going to some graduations? You know it's graduation
I think
season.
I have one graduation
time.
that I got to go to this year.
You got one?
I think I have one.
Man, I probably got about 6 I need to go to, but I
Yeah.
think it's only like 1 or 2
Right.
that I can show up for. I'm gonna roll down to Arkansas on Monday to hang out with my niece. She
That's
graduated.
dope.
Now her graduation, she graduated. These kids now graduate from college, high school, CNA
All at the
class,
same time.
all
Yeah,
at the same.
yeah.
You're like, wait a
But
minute,
that's
got your-
great, though.
It is good. I'm like, okay, you from high school, but you also got your associate, you got your CNA license, and see it ain't the same. They graduate.
Well, but that's determination, and that's getting a jump start. You
I
know what
like
I'm
it.
saying?
I like
Because
it.
remember we had to get out of high school, then we
First.
got to go to school for 2 years to get
For the
your
associate.
associates. Then you got to go to a 4-year college. Yeah, so they ain't got to do all that now.
Now, back in the day, there would be none. You had home ec.
Yep.
So you would come out knowing how to cook a little bit.
That's right.
You could do a little welding, maybe.
Wood
you can
shop.
do a little wood shop, maybe. So you did automotive.
Yep.
So you got to think about it. Sometimes people used to graduate from school and go right into the workforce.
Into a trade,
Because
yeah.
it's like you had a trade in school. I think they should really bring that back.
I agree.
Because college is just not for everybody.
It's not.
Because I know when I first went in, I came out of there running. It's hot in here. I didn't take off all my clothes. I just left. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, my point is, college is not for everybody. But when you used to have those trades, then you could leave and go get a good job. Enough to kind of take care of your family and those kind of things. But, man, now we don't have that. You graduate, it's like you almost got to go do something else.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know.
kind of free fall.
But anyway, it was a cool weekend. There was other stuff going on in the city.
It was. It was a lot of other stuff going on. And, but it's that time of year.
It is what it
But,
is.
before we get started, though, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and anybody in the AAU area, we want to take a moment of silence to send out prayers to the Oklahoma Chaos AAU basketball team,
Right.
the AAU basketball community, Booker T. Washington High School family, the Union High School family, and the 4 other individuals who lost their lives in a fiery crash over the weekend in Kansas. Thank you. We are, wanting to send prayers to Coach Wayne Walls, Coach Jamon Gilstrap, Kyron Gilstrap, and Donald DJ Laster. Our community is very saddened by this news of, these young folks losing their lives. You never think about that. Your daughter was in AAU basketball, and y'all traveled all over the place.
All the time.
Yeah. So, for this to happen in our community, we just like, whoa, 8 people lost their lives total. 4 of them were from, the Tulsa area.
Right.
And we are just, I'm like, our community is just rocked.
Yeah, I knew that, Coach. I knew.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
You know the coach? So
Yeah. he coached at Carver too for a little while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I saw that. How was it? When did you find out? How did you find out?
I found out I started seeing posts, about, prayers, but it was not like nobody said any names or anything at that point. And then somebody that we knew that was a part of our Edgereg Bears basketball team, which is a AAU team, they did a post. And then that kind of locked me into cluing, like, let me go do some research and figure out what's going on and who this is. Yeah, so that's kind of how I found out. But yeah, it's just
and
sad.
we live in a time where there's so much crazy stuff going on. But when you find young people doing the right thing, doing things to stay out of trouble, doing things to try to further a career, to be an example to young people. So it's just that those one of those things where when I look online, I hear a lot of people saying, you know what, I can't understand this one.
Yeah,
and it makes sense when these kids are so young doing the right thing, and you're just like, man. But God, he sees all, he knows all. That's about all you can almost lean on when things get like this, because you really can't find words to describe, because we dads, we got kids, and it's tough.
I don't like that highway. I don't like
it either.
I drive that highway back in the day going to them games.
Yeah.
I didn't like that highway.
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, it's tough.
And Damali, I done been down there many times. My son, he recruited by the Missouri Tigers and Missouri State. Yeah. And then it's a million junior colleges when you go down that route and all of that. So it's I'm familiar with that area. I'm familiar with in line with 1,000 people trying to pass them, because you kind of but it's a lot of accidents on that 169 because it's a two-lane.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, like Damali said, we can stay on it because we don't get, we still just feel these things. Right now, it's like been so much death that you can almost be like immune to it, you know, this person. But we're not like that, man, because we understand the family. So prayers for the community, y'all.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So we'll go right on to our Black History trivia question. So you guys get ready. Don't Google. No Googling, okay?
Get your thinking cap on.
Exactly. Black History trivia. Who was the first black woman in history to have her own show, TV show? Was it A, Ethel Waters? Was it B, Hazel Scott? Was it C, Diane Carroll? Or was it D, Oprah Winfrey?
JB, I got to pass you that hot potato, brother.
Toss up between Diane and Hazel. I mean, I know Oprah's been around for a while, but those other ladies are older than Oprah. So I'm gonna go with my answer to be always is B. B is my answer.
All right, JB. All right, what you got?
That's just a lucky guess.
I'm thinking Diane Carroll.
You thinking C?
Yeah.
Sanders. All right, what you got? Charles is still stuck.
Man, I seen this. That's like I seen this. I'm going with A, y'all. What y'all doing on the live? Energize, I can feel your fingers on the computer now. What is it?
What you got? What you got?
Somebody done said AI. What,
Look,
Chat
they
GPT?
done got scared.
What is it called? Chat GPT? What's the other one?
He going with Sanders.
Y'all be over there Googling. We just thinking. Mr. Energizer said C, maybe taking. I'm just messing with y'all on the live. My bad. Let me do some quick shout outs to show the love, man. Mississippi is in the building. Jeremiah Blackwell. That's
Jeremiah.
Maestro Sigalo. Mr. Energizer, our Arkansas ambassador. He's always in the building. I can't wait to see him for the rally. He said he got some stuff for you, Lieutenant Sanders.
All right.
Got something for you. Uncle Brian is in the building. Kool-Aid, let us know your new show you got out, man. If you put it in the live, you put it in the chat, let people know about it. Uncle Brian, good to see you. I know I'll see you at Black History Saturday coming up this Saturday at Edgereg. Dr. Mario Choice. Man, I miss you, bro. Let me tell you something, Damali, about Dr. Mario Choice.
What about him?
I don't know. He became a doctor, then he just got super fit. I don't know if being fit came along with being a doctor. Mario, you're looking good, man.
That's the second part.
We went to Langston together. You're looking good, bro. Look, man, I'm doing push-ups every morning because when I see you, man, I want to have myself together.
Right.
But I appreciate you. Dr. Mario Choice said Hazel Scott.
Okay, I got it.
Mom's on here. Hey, Mom.
Hey,
welcome
Mommy.
to the show. Mr. Energize said condolences to the community.
Mom said C.
Mom said C.
All right,
we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Tulsa nightlife. And what is going on. There's been a lot going on downtown Tulsa, so we're going to talk about the nightlife in Tulsa on the police report. So y'all stay locked in. We're going to be right back right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. News you can use with Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2120 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
That's the sound of the police.
And now it's time for the police report. The police report on news you can use with TPD officer and Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders.
I can't with this car wreck, y'all. I thought in 2025 we was gonna do something better.
Hey man, that right there, boy. It
That was
is
technically a
something.
pit maneuver, not a car wreck.
Okay. That still don't make it no
They
better.
was taking down one of the bad guys.
Okay.
Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? How
Doing
is
good.
everybody doing?
Yes.
But one,
doing well.
you look good. How do you feel, man?
I feel like I'm 59. Just turned 59, so I
Oh,
feel
Sure
like I'm
did.
59.
The April birthday. You feel like you don't look 59, Sanders. You looking good, man.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yes. So we're excited to have you here. You know, it's always a great time because you are the epitome of community policing.
Absolutely.
When we think about community police officers, you know, you are definitely the number one. You know, you at the top
Right.
of the food chain with us. You know,
Appreciate them good feelings.
Yes. So there's been a lot going on in our community. Well, let's do this before we get started because some people may not know who you are. So go ahead and give people just a little bit of information about who you are and how long you've been with the force.
I'm Lieutenant Sanders. I work for Tulsa Police Department. I grew up in Tulsa. That's one thing that's good about it. You know, I police in the city that I live in, and I live in the community where I police.
Okay.
And I've been on 29 years, and I've done a lot of stuff in the community. I've coached football, coached basketball, and the players know I'm a police officer, you know. And I do a lot of other things, you know. I just did a big Easter egg hunt at Lacey Park, and you know, just whatever I can do for the community, I will.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in here talking to y'all right now. This is another community thing.
Yes.
I know, Damali, and I'll say from my perspective, the thing is, Lieutenant Sanders, he pulls up at EduRec. He hang out with our kids. Now, when the kids first seen him, they took off running, and they was running high and tight. You know, when you high and tight, you getting it, like you know. So they running high and tight. But Lieutenant Sanders understood over time.
Yeah.
that those kids want to come up to him. They want to mess with stuff. How you doing? And now they love to see the car pull up, and they love to see him coming in. And that's really what you want from your police officers when you think about it.
Yeah.
And at the event center, those same things go on when we had Oasis Fresh Market. Or if we're doing food distribution. For the 5 years, 6 years he's been on the show with us, he's been at everything. But here's the thing that it makes me think about as well. Whenever there's also danger.
Yes.
Whenever somebody got a gun, when there's a mental health crisis, when there's other stuff going on, that's when you have to see a different part because we look at you like a friend, a brother,
Right.
a frat,
Right.
but we be thinking you got to go into that danger.
Yes.
Because me and Damali going to stay outside because we get a
Yeah.
little nervous.
I'm
but
not signing
you
up
still
for
have
it.
to remember, I just want y'all to know that you got to remember with the community policing thing, remember that our police officers are human.
Yes.
They do have feelings, and you got to remember sometimes to when you see them, buy them a donut. I seen your video.
Let
Let them know you love them. Let them know you appreciate them because when it's time for people's life to be on the line, you got to remember your family, your friend, your community police officer is the person that has to represent that.
That's right. So let me say this before we get off into our topic.
Right.
Okay, so this has been driving me nuts.
Uh-oh.
And I saw this video. Lieutenant Sanders, this gorilla and 100 men. Y'all enlighten me. You gotta
get this. You gotta get it off your chest.
I gotta get it off my chest. I'm like, these videos are just viral everywhere. People talking about.
So you want our take on it?
I want y'all's take. I want to hear from the men. I saw your video. That's what made me think about it.
I can't go first. We gonna make the DJ JB Smooth go first. The 100 men versus the big silverback gorilla. JB
yes.
Smooth.
What is your thought?
What's the?
I have not paid not 2 minutes of attention to it, so I have
Really?
no clue.
So he don't know.
So you
You
okay?
don't
So
know.
at least
I've seen
I'm
it.
ahead of you.
I've
seen it, but I haven't paid it.
He ain't really weighed in. on it.
Okay. So you
Sanders
can't weigh in.
did a video.
Sanders,
Lieutenant
tell us
Sanders.
what your video. Tell the people what your video
Well,
said.
it was trending, so I thought I'd just give
That-
my little.
your
my
2
little-
cents?
My 2 cents on it, and I just thought about recruiting people to help me do it, 100 men to do it. Then I thought can wrestle, can box, can do jiu-jitsu.
Let me let
you know.
JB put the camera on you because I
Yeah.
don't want to think that's your take.
Yeah, do jiu-jitsu, and then I just told him if everything else failed, I can hit it with that one-hitter quitter.
So your assessment, if it's 100 men, that's what you're going.
Yeah,
You-
100 men.
Look, here's my take. Here's my take on it.
Okay.
I think back in the day, maybe in the 20s or the 30s, I think 100 men that got a little sauce to them.
Yeah.
I think they would get them. In today's time, I think we're a little too soft.
We a little too soft.
About like the NFL and NBA.
Yeah.
Nothing is as rough and rugged as it used to be with us. You know how Grandpa used to
Too
come
many
home?
rules.
Yeah, it's too many rules. We don't like
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
You know, everything, we almost at touch football.
Yeah.
And basketball, you can't even hand check no more.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with the silverback? You know, you don't want to get touched on the NBA court. And these are the best, most supreme, biggest, most physical athletes
Yes.
on the planet.
Yeah.
And you got to weigh in like that. And I'll say Pat Beverly, you know, he's an NBA player.
Yeah.
I think he's done retired now. He told me this because I was thinking, yeah, you could do it, man. You rush him at one time and do this. But he said something that I knew was facts. And this when I got off the train. I'm giving it to the silverback.
Okay.
He said, when that silverback go to biting people, I said, uh-oh. I ain't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you, me and Sanders might be, you don't even want a baby to bite you. You know how a baby be? You like, oh, baby, don't let the baby bite you.
Right.
But imagine a silverback.
Because your arm is coming off.
Your arm is coming off. So
Yeah.
if that silverback bite a big piece of meat out of the first person's head, we
It's
run
over
it, Sanders.
with. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sanders, we gone.
You know, we
played
out- we
football
out
at
here.
Langston?
Look,
Yes,
Sanders,
I
I played
I'm
football
out.
in Arkansas. When he bite a whole chunk of meat and throw it, I think that is what stops
Look,
it.
Uncle Brian says gorilla wins every time,
The
period.
gorilla gonna win.
So was it a real gorilla from the
No,
That
that
was
it
just a
originated?
It was just a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was just a hypothetical.
Because every now and then men wrestle bears. You know, you'll see that at the circus every now. And then I heard Mike Tyson had offered the people at the zoo $10,000 to let him fight.
Mike Tyson today or Mike Tyson back in the day?
Not this one. He just lost to whoever.
That's what I was getting ready to
But
say.
no, this
No.
is back in the day.
Oh,
He
okay.
was going to pay 10, but here's the ticket. They got a bite force of like
Yeah.
1,300 pounds. That's stronger than a lion.
I
So,
just
They don't have to bite you. They hit you.
man.
You're
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm
more
saying.
than knocked out.
Yeah.
yeah. I look at
That
me.
little short, stout,
I'm going to
muscular.
silverback.
Oh,
Because
no.
what I'm saying, if y'all decide to do it, don't call me. Because I already done told you. I'm
You
not.
ain't gonna be on the
I don't want
squad.
that smoke in the city. I don't want the smoke because when Pat Beverly said, because if the gorilla couldn't bite, somebody might have a chance, even though that punch gonna knock
Right.
some people out. But
Right.
if something haul up and bite your arm off,
It's over.
that's too traumatizing,
It's over.
Sanders. We gotta go.
Yeah,
But
it's over.
anyway.
Okay, I'm
thanks,
sorry. I
darling.
just had to get that off my chest.
Hey, my
I'm
cousin
sorry.
is on.
I'm
Miss
sorry.
Rowe, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Miss Ernestine Broom, welcome to the show. You
Hey,
are
Miss
royalty.
Broom.
Cuzzo, James Jubert, Big
Hey,
U
cousin.
is in the building. Appreciate y'all. We finna get into some good stuff because things are going on in Tulsa nightlife, and the Lieutenant Sanders is here to let us know what's happening.
Yeah. So this is the deal. I can remember a time I'm a certified legal assistant by trade, and so for 25 years I worked in downtown Tulsa.
Right.
And I can tell you, at 5 o'clock, it was a ghost town.
Yep.
You know, it was nothing going on. Now I do remember when they had the shops over in Williams Towers.
Yes.
And so people would come up and they would shop on, you know, you do a little shopping, you go down to the ice skating rink and all that. But after that fizzled off, then it was like, just
Operation
dead.
dead.
So now it's like the resurgence of downtown Tulsa. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't been to downtown Tulsa, the nightlife is popping.
Yes,
In
it
Tulsa.
I mean popping, right? And so when you go down, I'm like, dang. And, you know, you almost feel like, dang, I'm missing out on a lot because it's just all kinds of stuff going down. So,
It's not just the nightlife, though. It's the whole Vision 2025 thing that started 25 years ago when they said, we're going to bring downtown Tulsa to be an entertainment or urban mecca where people come to have shop, live, and play. And I remember that back in 2000. It doesn't seem like we've been here 25 years until you're at 2025
Right.
and you go back downtown and it's not just nightclubs, it's businesses, it's shopping stores, art stores.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
restaurants.
It's nightlife in general. Anything you can think about, there's some of that stuff
There's
happening.
always been clubs downtown.
Yeah.
We back to the Goodfellas days.
Yeah, I
back
remember
before
that. Yep.
The Kitchell era.
But the difference is, though, is that those were pockets. Now
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
have
that's
whole
something
blocks.
here,
Like
something there.
there's blocks of just.
Yeah.
I mean, you just go here.
You got
and it's this.
entertainment districts.
Exactly.
I can tell you
So
when
it's a
I
difference.
realized that I had went to a theater North Play.
Yeah.
And you know, it's over like 9, and I'm like, let me go on to the house. I came down and I looked. You literally had to stop. I'm talking about thousands of people.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a couple people. Too much. You know, I had forgot. I had a flashback, Damali.
Yeah.
I was back in Arkansas when you see all the people you got to roll the windows down. You got to lean the
Like,
seats
hey,
back.
hey.
I had to find my shades. I'm like, where my shades?
It's dark, man.
I got to take my seatbelt off. No, I'm just,
Right.
you know, I hope you can't wear your seatbelt to be cool.
Write him a ticket, Sanders.
Said I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, man, it is. I'm like, Damali, it is going on downtown. But with that being said, man, sometime when you're having fun, you end up with some extracurricular activity.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you
And
do.
when you got a lot of thousands of people out, extracurricular activity can throw the whole vibe
Yep.
off.
Yes,
Let me
yep.
just say that.
Yes.
So, Lieutenant DeLon Sanders, you out there in them streets, you seeing what's going on. What's your take on the nightlife in Tulsa?
The nightlife, like you said, it is popping. Downtown does have a lot of things going on right now. You know, even though when I'm off, I even go downtown and hang out a
Exactly.
little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, but I really don't stay too late. But I stayed about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then go home. But yeah, and it's busy downtown.
Yeah, it's
busy
really
downtown.
busy. Yeah, really, really busy. Kids riding those
Yes.
little scooter things, and I mean, it's just a lot going on. And let me say this.
JB, we got to get him off the cameras.
Yeah. Let me say this. It is needed.
Yes.
You know, because when I used to go to Bricktown, you know, in Oklahoma City, you know, I was thinking, man, you know, Tulsa needs this. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that. And so now we're getting this activity. But what we need to realize, too, is that there's a lot of times where people don't utilize that space appropriately.
Yes.
Let's say that. And so one of the things that we want to talk about is, you know, so over this past weekend, some activities took place, and we ended up, police officers had to step in,
Yes.
to deal with the situation.
Yes.
And then people started going nuts, you know, like, oh my God, downtown's not safe, and this is this, and so, you know, we heard from our mayor who talked about, you know, no, this is an anomaly.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen
Right,
all the
right.
time.
Yes, it does.
You know, and so Sanders, from your perspective, because you're on the force, you know, what do you see as far as things like that happening, you know, on a regular, consistent basis?
I don't think that's going to happen on a regular, consistent basis because there's more to the story behind the incident.
There you go.
That happened, and it's, you know, and we are, as a department, is now trying to take care of the problem. We have already started doing some things because we know some more events are coming up.
Right.
So we already started making contact with certain people to try to slow down some of these problems and some of these actions that's been happening. I mean, we already have a strong prison. We've been having a strong prison downtown since about 2 years ago. We have specialty units. We pay officers overtime.
Yeah.
And certain events like Mayfest and other events,
Yeah.
you got on duty officers out there and you got off duty officers out there that's working at events. So you have a big strong presence of police officers out there. But you know, so it's safe. Everybody got to, you know. You just can't. This happened all over the country. Stuff like happening out there,
Right.
And so you just have to be safe and be aware of your surroundings. And we're working. We also aware. We got cameras out there. We got
Wow.
we watching, and we notice something that's suspicious. We try to get on it real fast. I mean, you know, like the incident that happened this weekend. Officers was already out there,
Sure
Right,
were.
right.
Yeah.
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 and these individuals just chose to do something anyway. So so we just have to take action when the action need to be taken.
And I'll say this too, to your point. It escalated fast, but it was, I would say, contained pretty fast. Meaning, I'm saying that only to say, it's unfortunate what happened, but imagine if officers would not have to been there.
Absolutely.
What if you had to call police and it took them 15 minutes to get there, then everything is different. Go ahead.
One thing, when we out there, we have a presence and we have a protocol when stuff like that happen.
Right.
To make sure we get that confusion shut down pretty fast.
Right.
And we are all well trained in what to do when incident like that happen.
Right.
So we know we can get it shut down pretty fast. When once get people out of the scene, get people blocked. Some people want to go a certain way. We'll shut that whole street down or shut everything down to clear it out so everybody can be safe. We have a game plan.
Right.
Yeah, and I must admit, Damali, when we were downtown and we was kind of rolling, I did see like 3 or 4 officers. Like they was kind of in the cut a little bit. They was out a little bit. I was just like, okay, well, that is here. And like you said, but it's better to have you come on because it is festival season.
Yes.
So it's better to hear from Lieutenant to say, oh, no, we was already there. This was going on. But you can have some isolated sometime. Yeah. But the ticket is, how are we trained to deal with it? So, Damali, how do you kind of, what's your thought on that? I know you got your paper. I see the highlighter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So a couple things. So,
okay.
First of all, I feel totally safe being downtown. I'm just going to say. We've been down there to many of events. I always see Sanders and some of the other police officers there. And like he said, there's, police officers that are in uniform and then in street clothes. So you don't never really know what's going on. They over in the cut. They might be, hanging out, talking to folks, but they watching. There are cameras, so I don't really, I don't not feel safe when I'm down there participating in those events. But the other thing I can say is this. Anytime there is alcohol or anytime there is large groups gathering,
right,
that's the place that you don't want to be.
I'll tell you what. Honest. Yeah, I'll tell you what I do. I'm kind of like Sanders. I like to eat.
Yeah.
And I like the energy. But for me, I roll until about 11. I'm checking out by 11:30. So, Lieutenant Sanders, for the people that are younger, they like, man, I'm out till everything closed down. How is it when it get? Is it a little bit different once you get into that midnight 1 o'clock? Because if it get about 2 o'clock, it's kind of like it slows down at that time. Because every now and then I leave the events and it's kind of
12.
But about
between 12
probably 12 to about 1:30, it's probably at its height. So how is it during that time?
This is like a regular. When I go somewhere as a regular citizen or as an officer, you can tell when the crowd changes. You say, oh, it's getting different.
Yep. Time to go.
You can tell when that
energy.
The energy is changes. But I understand alcohol can be a part of it, but we gotta tell. It ain't only young people, even middle-aged guys that think they still young. They
still got the juice.
We don't want to be involved in your beef. Or who you mad about?
Right.
Just because y'all can y'all deal with that somewhere else? This is a community event.
Exactly.
This is where everybody in the community is around is doing something, and y'all want to bust out and start fighting because y'all don't like each other. Y'all see each other and y'all want to start doing it at our event. Can y'all leave? Can y'all just
go somewhere else?
It got to be controlled. Coming. Even it's always because I'm mad at you and I see you out here. Everybody's having a good time. They want to start throwing down,
right?
And JB know what I'm talking about. He go with shaking his head.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
But we can't get this in some of these people's head.
Yeah.
I think the part that you guys are maybe missing is a lot of what's happening is, and I heard Damali, say when people get alcohol and a lot of people together, it's not a good thing. I mean, there's a lot of events where you got alcohol and people and nothing ever happens.
Yes.
Right.
But the real problem, I think, is there's this young generation that is the young generation that is intersecting themselves in these places. It happened downtown. It happened in Oklahoma City 2 days ago. The exact same thing that happened downtown.
Yeah.
It's people that can't get into the clubs that are just roaming. It's not the people that's going to the clubs.
That's right.
It's not the people that are drinking because they know they're going out to have a good time. It's the people that are going down to cause trouble, whether that be gang members, whether that be young kids who are not old enough to even get in a bar.
Right.
That's the age generation that's causing the most trouble that you see, that we're seeing statistically, that's the gap right there. They're not even 21
So
yet.
then
we gonna do
basically
this.
what we're saying is unsupervised kids.
Yeah, how are these kids being allowed to stay out and hang out in these places where they should not be at curfew-wise?
Got
Well,
you.
let's do this. So it sounds like we done switch over to it. Then we're going to come to the live, y'all. Let me do some quick shout-outs. So Eli Grayson.
Hey, Eli.
Welcome
What's
to the
up,
show.
brother?
We appreciate you tuning in. Uncle Brian got some comments.
Hey, Uncle Brian.
Cousin Lori.
Hey,
Done locked
Cousin
in
Lori.
with us. Keish is in the building. What's going
Hey,
on
number
with you,
two
Keisha?
daughter.
I'm going to let Damali come to the live and answer questions. So what I'm hearing, JB Smooth, is back in the day, and I'm going to pass you the ball, Damali, is see older people. I'll let you switch the camera, JB. I know you in the zone.
Yeah.
But I'll say back in the day with older people, when they drink, Damali, they're going to do two things. They're either going to talk too much or kiss. That's what older people do. That's what we do, young folks. See, that's
Right.
what. Do you notice that when
Right.
people get drunk, they won't kiss everybody?
Yeah,
And right now,
they wanna
COVID, don't
hug
do
and
it.
hang
They
all
want to
on you,
hug
like,
and
oh,
hang.
my
We just
God.
tell the young people when you see older people get drunk, they want to kiss or they won't stop talking.
Or they go to sleep.
Or they're going to go to sleep. That's
Now.
three things. But it sounds like JB saying it sometime. And I'm not just saying it because I don't want to put it all on the young because, man, some older people might get a little crazy too. But anyway, we're just trying to find a way to do it together. But let's go to the live.
Okay, we're going to go to the live. But Sanders, so one of the things that JB brought up was curfew. Isn't there a curfew for these youngsters in Tulsa?
Yes, it is a curfew, but it's how you going to enforce it when you're trying to
Manage
work
nightlife, too.
nightlife too? You know,
I got you.
And, you know, and a lot of these when you talking about parents letting their kids go, some of these kids not doing what their parents say.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
so a lot of them, some of them they are hanging out. But you know, a lot of them they just doing what they want to do.
Man,
So,
saying
And
that
they're,
makes
they're
sense.
not. They don't. They're acting like they don't have anyone to answer to.
Yeah,
but
yes.
but when you see them out on the sidewalk, blacked out, ski mask,
Yes.
and there's a chance they got a gun in their waist, is there like that? It's kind of gone too far when you see youngsters, and we're just saying youngsters, not putting a specific age on it, but when they're out in public on public sidewalks and standing around clubs in the nightlife where other people are trying to have a good time, and obviously these guys stick out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
That changes the dynamic.
I mean, you know, I told you the story before. You know, we last year we took 2 guns off a young at the Juneteenth. You know, and it took us a while to get it because you know they walked us halfway all through Juneteenth, all behind buildings, and we
Because they knew you owned them. Yeah, you owned
we
them.
finally
You
caught up
probably
with
saved
them.
someone's life that night.
Oh yeah, we finally caught up with them, and I always give them an earful when I get, you know, and I take them gun. I said, why, you know, I just go ahead and just tell them, why you bring the gun out here? This, you know, I tell them a few extra little words, you know, because I care about the community, and I feel like you're messing up a situation where everybody want to have a good time, where everybody want to come hang out. It's warm, and here you coming out here with a gun for what?
Just nonsense.
Yeah, so I always let them know.
One of the things too, and let me go ahead and go to the live.
Let's go
'cause
to the
there are
live.
a couple people
Okay.
that had a comment. Let's see. Uncle Brian says Tulsa is very safe downtown. He said nothing. Oh, he said nothing good happens after 1:30 in the morning.
Man, that's
You
what the
sure
old
right.
veterans used to say.
Keisha says anytime it's plenty of young people and it's late, you definitely have to be aware of your surroundings.
Man.
Cousin Lori says Tulsa downtown is very safe. We must stay vigilant. Uncle Brian says you can't serve liquid courage, alcohol, to an idiot.
Yeah, and then Big Jube, he said, hope it stays that way and not get ruined by anyone.
So I'll just say this. I, of course, did a little bit of research and found out something that law enforcement is doing to respond to these types of situations is the Tulsa Police Department has expanded its downtown impact team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
There
y'all
you go.
even know that there was a downtown impact team?
I think I heard about it. I heard a little something. I heard
Yes.
some rumblings.
Yeah. Oh, of course you did.
So what does the impact team do?
Yeah,
It does-
and so these specialized units focus on high visibility patrol, community engagement, and targeted enforcement within the IDL or the interdispersal loop. So that's what they do, and which is just exactly what Sanders has been saying. You know, so there when people start talking about, oh, the police are not doing anything about this and this that, no, yeah, they are.
No, I would say for the most part downtown, it seems cool.
It seems cool
I mean,
to
you
me,
have
too.
some isolated situations,
Exactly.
But for the most part, I'm never like I'm not going downtown.
Exactly.
I don't think about that at all. And then the fact that you have, and I'll say this, Lieutenant Sunsmash, you backed about so much presence is good. So this Impact team, which I didn't know until you just read it, so that's what was implemented a couple years ago. Or?
Yeah, it's been implemented for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
First, we have a day shift Impact. They kind of deal with the homeless situation and stuff like that. But as the night, especially on the week, switch it up, especially on the weekends, we have nighttime Impact, and we also play officers, on-duty officers, and we also pay officers overtime to come work these Impact units. We offer that, and also when you get a consistent group of officers in these units. They learn who the players are. They know who the good. Because we have a certain groups of people. They ride around in those golf carts and stuff like that.
Right.
Yep.
First they get to know who these guys is, and some of them guys, they know who they are, and they meet them because they stop and talk to them, and you get to know, okay, so and so this guy may not be a problem because I done talked to him several times, and so. They get to know who the players are. They get to know who's going to come down here, going to have some trouble, and start some stuff, and they get to know who's just out here just to have a good time.
Yeah, and I think that's the point, and when you talk about community engagement, and that's where we need to be trending is, officers are down here, we hanging out, we just making sure that everybody cool, and that everybody's safe, and that we having a good time. We're trying to identify anything that could be, problematic, so that we can jump on that immediately because we're thinking about the broader community versus just thinking about, this one individual.
I'm trying to pull up at one spot. I hope one of y'all can tell me. I'm trying to pull up at the box yard. I heard they got some food there. Can I pull up at the box yard? What the box? I keep hearing box yard. Is that an area or is that actually a place?
I mean,
The box yard is a shopping center.
Yes.
Consists of about probably 10 different businesses.
Man.
There's a liquor store there. There's a clothing store there. There's 2 restaurants. You got Rose's Wings.
Yes.
You got My Mama's House, which has very good food.
Yes.
They have a food truck also. You have clothing stores there. So it's like a box yard shopping mall, basically.
Oh.
It's made out of shipping containers.
Yes.
That's why they call it the box
I
yard.
think me and you should go to the box yard. Eat some wings. You got me at
I'm down.
wings.
Yeah.
Shop a little bit.
Yeah.
Let people see the vibe and the energy down in that area.
So-
Rose pretty cool.
Yeah,
Rose,
Rose,
I like him.
it's always
He's good
cool.
people.
He all right.
Don't do Rose. You know that's your buddy. All right. So these are some things that is recommended for anyone.
Is these tips?
These are tips.
We're going to take a break then.
Okay,
Because it's been a
let's take
long segment. We'll
Okay.
take a break.
Okay, let's take
Take a drink of water. Take a deep breath. Appreciate you, DJ JB Smooth, with that great insight. Lieutenant Sanders Damali. But when we come back, we're going to get into some tips. We all got some tips. We're going to put them on the line. If you got some tips on the live, get your tips together. But we'll be right back, y'all. It's KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news in 5, 4, 3, 2. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. Every road in the city leads to the Guthrie Green for Mayfest 2025. Mayfest 2025. And performing live is one of Tulsa's baddest bands. I'm talking about Bobby Eaton and the Eaton Out Band performing live for the first time ever at Mayfest on the Guthrie Green stage. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Mayfest is absolutely free to the public, and you know they got the best vendors from all over. So make sure your calendar is marked. Grab your lawn chairs and blankets, and we'll see you Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. with the Eaton Out Band performing live at Mayfest. Follow the Eaton Out Band at EatonOutBand.com. And for more info or complete Mayfest schedule, visit TulsaMayfest.org. Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo! And the money right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development News you could use. Charles and Damali.
And we are back. So if you guys are just now tuning in, we are here as we are every first Wednesday of the month with our very own community police officer, Lieutenant DeLauren Sanders.
Right.
And we've been talking about the nightlife.
The nightlife in Tulsa.
In Tulsa. And some of the challenges that we have, but we want you guys to understand that these incidents are isolated.
Right.
You know, and so what has happened over the weekend was an isolated incident. We're getting ready to move into outside season is what we call it.
It's festival time, y'all.
It's festival time. And so we want you guys to come out and enjoy all the festivities that are going to be happening in the community because that's what they're for.
Absolutely.
They're meant to bring us all together, you know, and for us to commune together. But in studio, we have a special guest.
We do.
So we had contacted the mayor's office, you know, because, you know, he thinks he's one of the World One Development members. You know, he's on News You Can Use. That's his other job.
Time to time, right.
Yeah. So, of course, he was not able to come today because he had some pressing business downtown that he had to handle, but he did send a representative. So, in the studio, we have Laurel Roberts, right? I want to call you Laura.
Commissioner.
And it's Laurel.
Yes,
right?
ma'am. It's Laurel.
Laurel.
There you go.
Okay, Laurel Roberts, in studio, who's gonna, you know, fill in for the mayor, and she's gonna share with us some things that, you know, the community needs to know.
And so what we'll do is we'll kick off with you just introducing yourself, a
Yes.
little bit about yourself, and then what you do.
Well, I'll tell you how you never forget this.
There you go.
It's Laurel Roberts, not to be confused with the university in South Tulsa.
There
Nobody
you
makes
go.
that connection. Now you won't
Yes,
forget.
yes.
But it's fine. I answered everything. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. The mayor does send his apologies. He's doing some budget stuff. Far less fun than we're going to have today.
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Absolutely. So what do you do at the city of Tulsa?
So I am the Commissioner of Public Safety. I came on with Mayor Nichols when he took office in December.
Welcome to the team.
Created this new position, right?
Yes.
So it's a lot of making it up as I go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my background is Lieutenant Sanders and I went to the police academy
Okay.
together.
Oh, it's a family
Classmates
affair.
here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's my classmate.
Yes. Yes.
Known him for quite a while, and it's a treat. I got to see him on Monday as well
Oh, yeah.
at a
Uh-huh.
community event. So
Yes.
twice in 1 week for
Yes.
me. Spent 29 years on the Tulsa Police Department before retiring and taking this job in the mayor's office. And I am really responsible for all the public safety entities within the city. So I have the police department,
Okay.
Tulsa Fire Department,
Right.
municipal courts, EMSA, emergency management, and most recently now the new Department of Tulsa Animal Services.
Okay.
Oh, my
okay.
God.
Yeah. So you are busy.
Okay, yeah. You
I am busy.
Yes.
Let
Trying to make it happen.
I'll backtrack and I'll ask y'all because y'all both 29 years, you know, serving
Yeah.
the community. Can
Right.
I call it that?
Right.
So I just want to ask you don't often run into people for 30 years that's been here. So how has that been? If you just had to kind of sum it up, I've been doing this for 29 years and it has just been a great ride. It's been this kind of ride, but this is how I feel about it personally.
Oh, I can sum it up in one word: fast.
Ooh, fast and furious.
One of the opportunities I've had was to speak at a couple academy graduations for the Tulsa Police Department, new rookies coming on. And I remember the day I sat in that chair and I took my oath of office, and it all runs through your head. Every
wow.
call, every memory.
Right.
You're like, wow, where did it all go? Because
Yeah.
it's like 29 days.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Fast, but very rewarding. To give back to the community, to be in that service.
Yeah.
I've got great friendships, great relationships, great memories, and so just very rewarding and honored that I had the opportunity to do that.
That's
Lieutenant,
awesome.
she said Fast and Furious Part 6.
Oh yeah,
What is your answer?
that's the same way.
Yeah.
For real? Okay.
I'm in some positions that I didn't think when I came on to the park, I just wanted to be a police officer.
Right.
Gotcha.
I
right.
never thought I was going to be a FTO. I never thought I was going to be a corporal, sergeant. I never thought I was going to be a lieutenant.
Yeah.
So it's just a good ride. Some days you have some bad days, but most of the time on this department's been good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
How
Damali,
do you-
before we dive right, go ahead.
I was going to say, how do you think I feel? I never thought I'd be a commissioner of
Oh,
public
yes.
safety.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
my
right?
God.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
something about her. When she was a regular officer,
Come on.
if you tell her your name, she's never gonna forget it.
Oh,
She got
wow.
the memory of an elephant,
Oh yeah, she's not gonna forget your name.
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
that's
good,
right,
that's
yes.
a good skill to have.
Yes.
So I just want to take a quick moment to say from KBOB, from World One Development News, you can use it. Myself, definitely Charles, and I know Damali. Thank you for your service
Yes.
to this point,
Yes.
man, because it's crazy in this world, sometimes locally, but 29, 30 years, y'all are survivors. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And y'all have made our community safe, and we appreciate it.
Yes. So, wanted to ask you, Commissioner. I was doing a little bit of research, and so this question was really going to be directed to the mayor because this is his initiative. But wanted to see your take on it and what you know about it. So, Mayor Nichols has announced the launch of the Tulsa Community-Based Violence Intervention Initiative, which was funded with $2 million from the U.S. Department of Justice. And he says that this initiative aims to reduce violence through community engagement and support. What is your idea of community engagement? What does that look like, and what are you bringing to the table to help with this initiative?
Right. So this was a grant that got announced right after we came into office.
Right.
It had been in the works before we took over. So very happy that we got that. Thank you for the hard work put into that. But it's a violence interrupters grant, right? And
Interrupters, I like that word.
Yeah. So it is designed to step in before the violent acts take place, right? And it goes hand in hand with the mayor's children, youth, and families
Yes.
initiatives
That's another
as well.
component, right.
Having good foundations, good fundamentals at home, having community support, because we can't be effective public servants in any arena, especially law enforcement and crime prevention, without community trust, community
Right.
involvement, community
Right.
support. And so it brings them to the table to have a voice as well. Mentorship is huge, right? Given these individuals that we know that, choosing active violence usually happens, there's a fork in the road, right? And there's decisions that kind of lay the groundwork, right?
Right.
And so getting to that point of where the decision making is, and good decisions, and mentoring those, and being, like I said, being a good foundation, family, community support, and so just as the city and our public safety entities being a partner in that as well.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
So 29 years in, right? And you've been a great community servant, or else you wouldn't have this position that you have right now. What do you think about downtown Tulsa's nightlife as it is currently, and the safety issues, or are there any major safety concerns?
So I love where our downtown has grown, and I love the direction that our downtown is going.
Right.
if you look at any, great major city, they've got a downtown entertainment district that serves all, right?
Right.
It's not just one entity. And I was actually the overnight captain when downtown started to boom in, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
And so I've kind of had a front row seat to that. And where it is today it's phenomenal. And yes, the events over the weekend are tragic. I could understand how they're scary to most folks, but I, for one, would not hesitate to go downtown. Our downtown streets are safe. Our officers are there. We know from 29 years,
yes.
there's just some things that you can't do, and so you can't prevent. And I don't want to say, hey, you too, but, we saw the very next day similar episodes in Oklahoma City, right? Very tragic, very unfortunate. Man, if there was no need to have policemen, if we didn't have crime, we didn't have individuals doing that, I'm sure DeLawrence Sanders would go find something else to do with himself.
Oh, yes. Right.
You be on the radio, right?
That's right.
Let's do this. We have so many people on the live, man. Thousands of people that's tuned in with us, man. Mayfest is this weekend, this Saturday. We hosting on the main stage, so thousands are coming out. We invading downtown. Here we come.
Right.
So give Tulsa Downtown a grade of how you feel. If it's super safe, it's an A. Any kind of concern, a B. You just give it a grade yourself. That's your personal grade.
And why?
And then welcome everybody, local, national, international, wherever they're coming from, to Tulsa.
I'm going to give it an A.
A.
Okay.
I am. I feel that the isolated incident last weekend is, like I said, just that, right? And I know that the organizers of Mayfest have always had a very detailed, very safe plan. They have security that they run. They are partnering with the police department, from everything from just increased presence downtown to traffic flow.
Right. Yes.
Traffic flow during the day to make sure folks can get to work. So they're well on top of things. I think we're going to have some great weather.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm not going to be afraid to come to Mayfest. I'm going to come out and enjoy it. And it's one of the, great events that we have to, bring together community, but also to kind of entertain and relax and, bring this great city together and put us on the map. So
Hey, they're giving you heart, so they're feeling good about
Okay.
it. And they said, and
yay.
it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. Lieutenant Sanders, same question. What grade do you give downtown and then why?
Well, like I told you, I go downtown all the time, and
Right,
I give
right.
it an A too.
Okay.
I'm on there. I'm down there on duty and off duty, so
Yeah.
so I'm not afraid to go downtown. So it is an isolated incident,
Right.
and sometimes things like that happen. But I'm not afraid to go downtown, and I'm not afraid to go to none of these events that's getting ready to happen in the next 2 months.
I love
Yes.
it. So let's do this. We're going to go just with some tips. So it's already safe to come down. We're going to have a good time. We're going to kick it. But everybody still has to be alert. You still got to look around a little bit. So we're going to get into our 3 tips.
Yeah.
Damali, you got some tips?
I got 3 tips.
I got a couple tips. But
Yeah.
see, y'all got better tips than we do.
Yes.
But we just going to get a community, some people, some tips, some little nuggets they can use as they come downtown, because it's going to be thousands of people. We're going to all have a good time. But this shows how community and then our city works together to
Right.
make sure we all have a good time. Damali, you go with your tips. Ladies first.
Okay, so in my research,
In your research,
what
come
the
on.
research says is, number 1, stay informed. It says regularly check local news and official Tulsa police updates for information on downtown safety. Number 2, they say plan ahead. If attending nightlife events, considering arriving early and leaving during the earlier hours if you have a concern. Number 3, be aware. Stay vigilant of your surroundings, especially in crowded areas. Okay, so I'm gonna punt it. Let's go with Commissioner.
No, you got we're ladies first.
Ladies
We got to
first,
put it
so
to the Yeah, we got to.
The Lord act like he looked like he was thinking
She
about
the
it.
headliner.
He like he was thinking.
No.
He thinking.
So this is just
what you
your
think?
own 3. You 29 years. So
Yeah,
hey, you
so
bring
what
your
else?
family down. You coming. Here's my 3 tips. Yours.
My three tips is be aware of what the crowd is. If
Okay.
the crowd is moving in a direction pretty fast and aggressive, you may not want to go that direction.
Yeah.
You know,
we need to move together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And know where the officers are. If you see something strange, go ahead and talk to us. Go ahead and bring it to our attention.
That's good.
And basically yourself control your own anger.
that.
That's good.
I mean,
like that.
just somebody
That's
asking
good.
you to step on your shoes or something like that. In a crowded area, just if you say excuse me, and move on.
and
Yeah.
move on?
Move
I'm gonna
on.
go
I
next
like
because
that.
I don't want to go after
I
you
like
because I don't
that.
want to lose because I feel like the answer's gonna get better and better. I got my tips. I'm gonna do. JB, you got some tips before I go? If you got 3 tips for the people,
Possibly.
He
Possibly.
said possibly. He thinking about
he
it.
think about it. Okay, I'm gonna go with my tips. I'm gonna say when you go downtown, there's gonna be a lot of people go with a friend. I'm gonna say just go with a friend, you know, so that if you go somewhere and doing something, you got one other person that's going down
Right,
there,
right.
you know, with you. Number 2, know where your kids are.
Man.
Know where your kid. Little Johnny, where you at? Keep up with Little Johnny and all them because the worst thing to me in a crowd is to lose your kid.
Man.
The kid can't figure out where mama is, where, and then you just and then don't nobody know the name because now even if you go to Lieutenant Sanders, hey, I lost my mom, and you know you don't know the name, so that could get so.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And I would say my 3rd thing is if you see something, I like what you said, then communicate with the whoever is there to make sure everybody is safe. Those are my 3 things. JB, you got
JB,
3
did you
loaded
come
up?
I mean, I would just say, yeah, you got to be vigilant and always keep your head on a swivel when you go anywhere. It's just the nature of what the world we live in now. But also, just downtown is safe. It's good to go. I'm not going to say it isn't. Yes, the events were isolated, but we got to do a better job reaching out to the youngsters when we see them making the wrong moves because that's the generation that's really running reckless and loose that we need to put some focus and energy on.
All right. Commissioner?
Wow, you guys had some great ones, and so I might be a little duplicitous, but I'll say them in my own words.
Okay.
One, it's not just a downtown issue, right? It's where you go everywhere. I do it when you travel, when you're in an airport, when you're somewhere you know unfamiliar. Situational awareness.
Yes.
Know where you're at, right? Know what's going on around you. We live in a world that's unpredictable, and so just be on your toes a little bit.
Right.
Secondly,
First, situational awareness. We're going to write that down.
Yeah.
We're going to post it.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Situational. I like that. That's one.
second one, I don't think's been mentioned, but I'm going to give it a plug, and I'm going to say, don't lock your guns in your cars.
Ah,
Folks,
that's good.
If you're going to take a gun, if you're going to carry it, be responsible with it, right? And we know that a lot of the guns that are out there illegally are coming through. They're getting stolen out of cars and whatnot.
Right.
So lock them up, keep them at home. Mayfest is really
Like
no
that.
place for one, so I would
Right.
suggest not taking one. There'll be plenty of security there.
So real quick, you said don't leave your guns in your cars, but if you're out drinking and socializing, it's illegal to consume alcohol and have a possession of a
Yes,
weapon.
Leave it
right?
at home.
Yeah.
Leave it at home.
I'm just asking for
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
clarity
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
So leave 'em at home.
Yeah, plan. If you're going to be out drinking, you don't need to be taking your guns, and that's why I said Mayfest is no place for one, right? But just in general, being out and about, don't leave them in your cars. Don't leave them unattended.
That's part of that planning ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and the third one plays into that too. We know that Mayfest is a good time. Go out, have a good time, make good choices. Right? I mean,
Right.
there's ride shares, there's friends. So have a great time, make good choices, be responsible.
All right. Then when I go to the live.
So your classmate, Kara Duncan, says, "Hey, Laurel, hello from your classmate, Kara."
That's Cara.
Yeah.
Hi, Cara. Shout out to you, girl.
Yes.
and then also Uncle Brian, he gives, and Uncle Brian is his historian, and he is deep, but he gives it an A as well, which is good. He said
does, so
he
yeah,
gives
that's
downtown
good.
Tulsa A
Thanks,
as
Uncle
well. Keisha said, "Hold on to your keys." Somebody always losing them keys.
Yep.
And you are
Don't leave your
absolutely
keys in
right.
the car, too. We have the punch button start,
Yes.
and you can unlock them from outside.
Yeah.
Don't leave them in your car.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
them with you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Commissioner, thank you so much for coming
Thank
through. That wasn't
you.
too bad.
No,
Hanging out
it's
with your
great.
cousin.
Thank you
It was
for having
good.
me.
If somebody
Yes.
wants to reach out to you or reach out to, because you got a lot of things you're over, but if they need to contact you with any concerns for whatever reason, how do they do that?
I'm in the mayor's office. I mean,
you go.
city email. I'm at laroberts, reach out with questions. I'm happy to answer them or get you directed in the right way to get those answers.
All right,
Awesome.
before we let her go, Damali, this is the last thing I say. We got 1,000 people listening in on KBOB, on the live, and people are descending on Tulsa. So give them an invitation to come to our city and to have a good time.
Yeah, come on out to Tulsa. We do invite you. A lot of everybody that I know that comes out here, is completely overwhelmed by how wonderful the city is.
Yes.
The folks are friendly. It's easy to get around. We've got something for everyone. So if you're looking for somewhere to go, come on out to Tulsa and give us a try.
Just
Oh,
like that.
good. Yes.
This is KBOB, y'all. 89.9 FM. Charles and Damali with news you can use. Thanks for coming on, sharing that idea. You got all your tips. Coming back, we got our Hump Day Hot Topic. Y'all stay locked in.
Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo. And the money right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Tuesday. With starting February 4th. It's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday. With lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news in 5, 4, 3, 2. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. Every road in the city leads to the Guthrie Green for Mayfest 2025. Mayfest 2025. And performing live is one of Tulsa's baddest bands. I'm talking about Bobby Eaton and the Eaton Out Band performing live for the first time ever at Mayfest on the Guthrie Green stage. Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Mayfest is absolutely free to the public, and you know they got the best vendors from all over. So make sure your calendar is marked. Grab your lawn chairs and blankets, and we'll see you Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. with the Eaton Out Band performing live at Mayfest. Follow the Eaton Out Band at EatonOutBand.com. And for more info or complete Mayfest schedule, visit TulsaMayfest.org.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
It's Hump Day. Mike.
And just like that, we are back, man. Lord,
I've got the siren, okay?
the commissioner, she pulled up, Damali.
She did pull up, and she had some great tips.
Got some great tips.
Yeah.
Did a great job. I think Uncle Brian gave a couple tips. We don't want to leave Uncle Brian out.
So Uncle Brian says if you see something, say something.
There you go.
I like that. Number 2, he says carry your cash and ID safely on your person. And number 3, make sure someone knows where you are at all times. Talk. Hey, we're back. We're back.
A little some
Yeah.
for the
That was weird.
live. Yeah, just
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Anyway,
that was weird.
I'm gonna do a quick shout out to Michael A. Brewer Sr.
Hey, Michael Brewer.
Ike Clausey, that's Frat. What's going on with your Go
Ike.
Mob? And then Miss Duncan. Welcome
Hey.
to the show. That's
Yes.
our sister right there, rebuilding
Yes.
Black Wall Street, y'all.
All right. So, our first hot topic,
Yes.
the NBA Round 2 playoffs.
It's going down.
It's going down. Listen, my Oklahoma City Thunder, I don't know what happened.
You know what they was doing good, but
They
I'll
was
just say
doing
this.
good.
Now, let me say this first. I'm rolling with the Thunder.
Yes.
My two I was rolling with was the Thunder and the Lakers, but I just want the Thunder to win.
I know.
Because I feel like it's going to bring great energy
Yeah.
to Oklahoma as a whole.
Yes.
Oklahoma City. So I kind of want that. And they got such a great young team.
They
But
do.
to your point, they lost to the Denver Nuggets. Even though they won the game, it was looking bad. Me and JB got on the phone. I got on the phone with other people. And the Thunders was going nuts. And I was thinking, but I was still concerned if it stayed within 10 points. And when it stayed close, them last 2 minutes,
Them
Lieutenant
last 2
DeLawrence
minutes.
Sanders, they
They
closed
got
them
them.
out.
That's Denver. They was playing
Denver
Denver,
Nuggets.
right?
Yeah,
Denver Nuggets. That's
yeah.
the Nuggets. Yeah.
I apologize because
Yeah.
I went to bed thinking they was going to win because they was blowing
lot of
them
people
out.
did, yeah.
I should stay woken. They
Yeah,
probably
that's
Listen, I
right.
went in the kitchen and I come back and I'm like, what? We lost?
Yeah.
I think
Oh, my
everybody
God.
thought they was going to win because they
Yes.
had that game on lock from start
Man.
to finish.
From
From
start to
start to
finish.
finish.
But if I think of any weak point that they have, they don't have like that. Caruso is kind of a veteran.
Yeah.
He's Caruso is kind of like a veteran, and I think he won the championship with LA. You remember when they won that first one?
I'm gonna tell you
But-
what's going to have to. Them big guys going to have to get physical. You cannot let that Luco push them around like that
Right,
up under
right.
that goal.
Can't
They,
let
they
the-
just going to have to get. They
Can't
want to
let the
get physical.
300-pound gorilla get him.
Yeah, that's what happened. They're gonna have to get physical.
Yeah. But that's it. I'll put it like this: they went 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went 2-2 for the series, for the season.
Yeah.
So that lets you know how close it is. So that's the beauty of the playoffs.
Yes.
It's 7 games. So hopefully this
Anybody?
next one, I'll put it like this. JB, is the next game a must win for the
Tonight.
Thunder?
They play tonight.
They play tonight. Is it a
at
must win?
8:30.
Game 2.
Is it a must win?
They gotta
I
win.
think
They
so.
got to
It's
win.
a must win.
They got to
They
win.
gotta win.
Sanders is a must win.
Gotta
You can't let them steal home field.
And then go back for
Yeah.
2. They might not
No.
show back up in the city. So we
Yeah.
going with the Thunder tonight.
I'm rolling
Okay.
with the Thunder. I
What do you-
told y'all I'm
It's a
rolling
must
with the wheels
win.
fall off.
It's a
Let's-
must win for
Hey,
the
last
Thunder.
night, if we stay in the West, then you had last night. Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game.
You
yes,
did?
yeah.
Who did you see last night from the West that played? It was the Warriors. Who the Warriors play against last night? Did you watch the game, Sam?
Minnesota.
No, I did not.
Minnesota.
Watch
Minnesota,
Oh.
yeah.
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 I'm just trying to see.
Yes.
It was a close one.
Ant-Man.
So
Another
Ant-Man
close
is
one.
my guy. Yes.
It's
It's always a nail biter.
Yeah,
because
Minnesota
I
against
end
the
up figuring out like which team. Like I'm down with the Thunder. Like
You're
down with the Thunder for real.
so that means you'll fight if somebody starts something.
Yeah,
or
don't
down.
don't
I didn't
start.
know how
But see, I
far.
don't want Lieutenant
I didn't want
Sanders
no
to come
smoke.
get me.
You didn't
I
want
don't want no
I didn't know.
smoke.
I just didn't know the
Yeah,
level. Fans can go. It
but
can go
don't
different
mess.
levels.
Don't mess with the
Don't
Thunder.
mess with the Thunder. I got
yeah,
you.
don't mess with them. But what I'm saying is, Ant-Man is my guy. What
Look,
you saying? What
Uncle
you saying?
Brian said, "Go Dub Nation." So that's the war. He said, "OKC won't win anything, not even bus fare home."
Uncle Brian.
So what Uncle Brian is really saying is the Thunder not gonna get tonight. When they go back to Denver for 2 games, it won't be no more games to see. Is that what you're saying, Uncle Brian?
Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian, I am not gonna.
Shame
I'm not
on
with you on this
you.
one, Uncle Brian. Even though I love you, man.
Don't do
But I
my
know he
team.
Dub Nation. That's
Yeah.
that's his area,
Well,
so
that's
it's
true.
understandable.
Okay.
So we'll see what the Thunder do tonight. So y'all stay tuned,
Yeah.
man. I did watch the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers, and man, Indiana got them at the buzzer, basically.
Oh,
with
I
a
did
win.
see the
And
highlight.
then the Knicks, they playing against Boston, which Boston was the
yeah.
champ,
Yeah.
and they took them out, man.
Yeah.
The playoffs are good.
The playoffs are really
good.
good.
It's good.
Really
So
good.
y'all stay locked in. Let us know your favorite team. Uncle Brian, he done put it out there. He ain't playing no games, but
Uncle
I'm
Brian
rolling with the
said
Thunder.
Golden State was on fire and Ant-Man choked.
Ant-Man, he a little bit. I won't say he got choked. See, Uncle Brian, you can tell he a real fan. He got choked up. But they got another game coming up too. So that's the beauty of a 7-game series. Let's see what happens in the next game. And if it's a little
Come
bit
on,
more the
Thunder.
same, then we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah,
But that's what we
rooting
got,
for
Damali.
Thunder. All right, so another incident that we want to talk about, and and just give you a little bit. People, listen, road rage is not that serious.
Man.
It is not that serious. Stay in your car, drive where you going, and mind your business. Okay. I mean, if somebody's on your bumper, it is what it is, you know, but it's only going to be for a period of time. It's not going to be forever, because we had an incident here in our city where a road rage incident, now a young woman is dead.
Right.
Will not be going back home to her family. Over for what? I mean, it's just senseless to me.
For nothing but, like Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders said, controlling your own anger.
Yes.
That was purely just not controlling your own anger, you know, no matter what it is. And I think about it now, because, you know, sometimes you at a light and somebody don't go, and I'll be like, should I blow my horn or not? People
I know,
get
crazy, yeah.
I think people are like ready for the smoke. Lieutenant Sanders, I'm just on from you. You're a lieutenant. How is road rage from your perspective? Is it just kind of out of control right now, or do you? I know that happened, so that was like extreme. But is it a lot of that?
I mean, it's individuals out there. I mean, it's like not every day, but we do get calls of people with road rage. They calls that this car's following me, they following the car.
Oh God!
And they
calling you while they following the.
Yes. And so we do have a problem with road rage here in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and in my mind, I'm thinking, why? I mean, why? Like,
have you
like,
ever
why?
been involved in some type of road rage?
No, I mean, I've had people follow me, and I'm like, they follow me, you know. And so, but in my mind, I'm never gonna get out of my car.
Why they following you though?
Because they might have got mad because I might have turned in front of them or something, you know. I mean, or maybe I didn't go like right when the light turned. You know, it's like, give me a minute, because I'm going to tell you this. One time, my mother and I, we were at the corner of 46th and Peoria, North Peoria. We were sitting at the light, going south, and something just said, "Sit there for a second." You know, so the light turned, I sit there for a few minutes, and I am so thankful that I did, because had I gone when the light turned, a car blew through the light coming the other direction, and he would have T-boned me, and probably me and my mom might not have been here.
What I do is I treat.
That's what's happened a lot here
A
lately.
lot, yeah.
Or,
so
you know how sometimes you rolling. That's what I told Damali. And when I see the light turning, I don't want to just go through it quick.
Exactly.
I treat it like I'll be looking. I'll be like,
Yeah,
ooh,
like
I'm ready
it's
to
a
hit my
four-way
brakes.
stop or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always take my time going through this.
Because I done kind of did both. I done been trying to beat the light. There you
Yes.
go. You know,
Yeah.
you rushing, you a little bit behind. You know, Sanders, I know you, Lieutenant, don't pull me over when we leave the station. But, you know,
He
you trying to
needs
get
some
somewhere.
advance tickets,
And
too.
you're kind of like, man, I got to catch this light. But the ticket, man, if it's a tie, you know, both people lose
Yeah.
in that
You know,
situation.
I've been hit when as an officer in my police car.
Oh, God.
About 15 years ago, going through the lights downtown, and dude T-boned me, and I was off work for a minute.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
yeah, I done.
Yes. So,
Oh,
so
man.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
So I still have shell shock going through the intersection
Right.
sometimes.
You got
For real?
PTSD. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I kind of know the rule, but the specific rule. When it's dealing with lights, is yellow okay to go through? When is the police saying nope, or is it if you cool going through yellow, it's red when we get you? What is the rule to that?
Well, you know, if you are not in the intersection when the light is yellow, you're not really supposed to go. That yellow is supposed to be letting you know it's time to stop, you know. So some people be speeding up trying to beat that yellow. If you're not all the way in the intersection,
Right.
we can get you. We wanted to for yellow light.
Oh.
Now, if you in the intersection, you good. Well, this for them ones that's coming from back. You know, they just trying to really beat it.
Yeah.
You know, you really supposed to. That's supposed to be letting you know slow down. It's time to stop.
So, for example, we rolling down Peoria. Then on Patchy, the light turned yellow, and I got time to stop. Even if I got time to get through the light, I still was supposed to stop. Is that what
be
you're saying?
stopping.
Or be
It's causing how close you are to the intersection. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yes.
You know, some people trying to beat that yellow. They're nowhere near close.
Technically,
Yes.
if your car is, let's just say, 100 feet from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
intersection and it turns yellow, you don't speed
No,
up
no,
to run
you-
through it.
you don't.
That gives you room to slow down.
That's what's telling you to slow
if it's
down.
yellow when you're going through it, yeah, you might get a pass from the police.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
My ticket is it's kind of like if you know how you kind of roll in. If I feel like I'm finna everything in my car gonna be on the dashboard, I'll just be like, man, I got to go on through this light. Because for me to stop, I can stop.
Yes,
But
no,
if
that's real,
I
for
stop,
real.
the baby, the grandbabies, the kids,
Everybody.
everything going to be on the dashboard. That's the only time. Or sometimes, we at working with kids. And our vehicles be full of stuff. And you be like, if we start with all these boxes of all these supplies and stuff in here, it is going to be a disaster. Even though that's not an excuse.
I mean,
go ahead.
That's probably mean you was already going too fast anyway.
See that? How you
That's
gonna
what
do
I'm
me like
saying.
that,
He
Flat?
did
See how you
that
gonna do me?
advance tickets. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all be talking about me.
Anyway, y'all be careful out
Yeah.
there. Like Damali said, hey, it's getting ready to be festival season, y'all. It's
Yes.
getting ready to get hot. Come on, man. Take a deep breath. Give people a couple tips on this road rage thing, Lieutenant Sanders. Help them to be safe out here. Give them some
Well,
tips.
well, one thing, if I'm noticed an incident when I think somebody's following me or they rushing me or look like they're having a road rage, you know what? I'll just pull over and slow down and let you go on down the street. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you stop and slow down, then I know I got a problem. Right. But my goal is just get my distance from you. So if you're going to be like that, I'll just pull over and slow down and hope you just go on down the street. I'm not going to respond back to you if you yell out the car talking about you ate whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to yell back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my body, my soul want to yell back.
Your soul and my soul and my spirit with my chest.
Yeah.
I want to say. Now let me ask you this, Lieutenant, because this is just real situations. Because people are a little different out here. So I'm just going to ask you: somebody following somebody, they got a license to carry, and they trying to get away, and they getting home, and people thinking, man, I ain't finna die, and these people follow me home and doing all this. How do you deal with that without going to jail? If somebody following you, and you're following you home, and you got home, and they jumping out with crowbars and all that to come get you, how you manage that?
You can't shoot at a driving car. I wouldn't do that.
You definitely can't do that.
No. But if you don't pull up in your driveway and you still in your car, that's like you still in your house. Mm-hmm. And you don't know these people. And they coming out with crowbars and they attempt to get in your car and you haven't opened the door yet, and they coming in trying to get in your car. I'm technically thinking you're going to be safe to do what you got to do to protect yourself because you are inside your car. That's like being inside your house.
Yeah.
And you in your driveway and they getting out.
What if
they're attacking you?
What if they follow me home and I drive straight to the police station and I pull up to the police station, honk the horn, and nobody comes out?
Well, you need to call us on the way there because we have had that happen before. People have drove to the police car, somebody
station.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy that they will follow you to the station.
To the
Let you know
police
the
station.
kind of
You really want some smoke.
So
Like,
we have had that happen before.
Yeah.
But let me say this on the live, Lieutenant, because I already can see the
But
gangsters.
that usually be a domestic.
Hold on, let me say this on the live because I can already see the gangsters. Don't be at Quick Trip talking about just follow me to the house. Follow me to the house. Follow me to the crib then. Just I got something for you at the crib. Just follow me over here. Because that Lieutenant, now what you had said on news you can use.
Right.
And if they follow me home, they follow me home. Now
Right.
I welcome them. But I got them now. So I'm just saying real life situation is different. And people, I'm hearing people are following folks all the time. And then you got to know within your rights what can you do to protect you and your family.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, y'all. Let's get into the Black History Trivia
Black
question.
History
See who got it
Trivia.
right.
Yeah.
Cousin, I see you on there. We're going to announce your event coming up in the upcoming events right after these Black History Trivia.
All right. Black History Trivia. The question is, who was the first black woman in history to have her own TV show? Was it A, Ethel Waters? Was it B, Hazel Scott? Was it C, Diane Carroll? Or was it D, Oprah Winfrey? Now, looks like Charles said and Uncle Brian said A. JB and Mario said B. Sanders, AJ, Jeremiah, and Mom said C. I don't think we had any D.
Cousin, what you got? You don't heard the question. Read it one more time so my cousin can answer it.
One more time. Who was the first black woman in history to have her own TV show? Was it A, Ethel Waters? Was it B, Hazel Scott?
Uh-oh.
Was it C, Diane Carroll? Or was it D, Oprah Winfrey?
And the answer is...
And the answer is B, Hazel Scott.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hazel
that's
Scott.
us.
She
Mario brother.
She was
Cousin, you
a
almost got
musical
it. I missed it
prodigy,
too.
jazz and classical pianist, and a singer and activist. She was the first person of African descent to have their own television show in America, The Hazel Scott Show, which premiered on Dumont Television Network on July 3rd, 1950. Variety magazine reported that Hazel Scott has a neat little show in a modest package, its most engaging element being Scott herself. The show became so popular that it ran 3 times a week, and she earned $75,000 a year, which equates to $1.3 million in today's times.
What year was her show on?
1950.
1950.
Yeah,
Boy,
July
that's
3rd,
greatness out here.
1950 was the first
She stole
show.
that one.
Cousin, we almost got it.
Yeah.
She said C,
Patricia said A.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
The answer was B. Hazel Scott. You guys go look her
We're
up.
gonna get it
She
next time.
actually is very somebody that you need to know.
I mean,
about
because she was like a prodigy.
Uh-huh.
Like at
A
age
child
3,
prodigy.
she was already playing stuff, and then at 8, she was going to school. I mean, high level. And what I look at when I think about them not wanting us to know our black history, Sanders, is people like this.
Yeah.
When you want to get into the industry and do TV, and people like, well, I can't do that. We don't know. Been doing that. You know, you can. So go check out Miss Hazel
Yes.
Scott.
Yes,
Let's
she is
go.
somebody that you need to know about. All right, upcoming events. And
Uh-oh.
guys, we got a lot
That's
of
the
them.
right
So you
jam,
guys-
too. JB already ahead of you and me.
Okay.
Get y'all
your
pen and pad out.
Exactly.
And if you want to do us a favor, there's a lot of people on. Y'all click share because we had the commissioner here. Of course, this Lieutenant DeLorean Sanders. We gave a lot of great tips on nightlife in Tulsa. And you want to make sure you got it and your people got it. So click share on there if you don't mind. I appreciate it.
All right, so don't forget that each and every Sunday is Soul of Sunday with Corey D. It happens from 1 to 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm or on Facebook at nycu.fm or Corey D. Taylor. Oasis Fresh Market is going to be hosting the Cherokee Nation Summer Nutrition Program. It actually started on the 1st, so if you have a nutrition card, swing by Oasis to shop.
Today.
Now check this out. We've been telling y'all this for the last, 3 years?
2-3 years.
Yes. Real ID deadline is today.
It's today. Sanders, you got
Today,
yours?
the 7th.
I've been having
I
mine.
know
I've been
you got your.
having
JB got his.
I didn't get mine.
You ain't got yours?
I just want to see what happened when the deadline passed.
We going to stay tuned to JB, y'all.
Oh,
I
God.
just won't be flying yet.
He going to
Yeah.
be just
I
fine.
just won't fly yet.
Okay,
gonna
you
check.
just won't fly. Okay, so Real ID. If you're planning on traveling domestically or internationally, you'll need to have a Real ID by today,
Today.
or you will not be permitted to travel unless you have a
I'm
passport.
not traveling yet, so I'm good.
Okay.
So the
All right.
ticket is no matter where you live in the U.S.
Right.
No matter where you live.
Right.
You
Everybody
need to get your
in
today.
all 50 states.
So it's 2:30. I'm assuming they're closing at 5. So
Yeah.
stop what you're doing right now. Stop what you're chewing because some
I'm
of y'all
about to
hungry.
ruin no, I'm sorry.
And the image and style that you used to, like she said, it ain't funny, but you're actually making money. See, but you need to go get your real ID.
Right.
Just like that, y'all.
Right. And I was watching the news and they were talking about how they're, hopefully it won't create a disaster.
I hope not.
With people who don't have them. So, you guys go get it so it'll make life
I mean,
easier.
it
I don't want
shouldn't.
to
It's
stand in
the
line.
same ID. It just say real on it.
See, that's what I'm talking
Let's hit
about.
the next
There's
one.
always a critic. Okay. There is going to be a candlelight vigil for Donald DJ Laster. That is the young man that was killed over the weekend, basketball player over at Booker T. Washington High School. And for those who lost their lives over the weekend, it's going to happen at BC Franklin Park, located at 1818 East Virgin Street. It's going to happen on Saturday, May 10th. It's going to be a balloon release. I did not see a time on there, so I would say go to Facebook to see if you can figure out.
And we'll get it
what
and
that
post
is.
it. When we
Yeah,
get it,
we'll
we'll post it.
Mayfest, we've talked a lot about that. It's going to be happening May 9th through the 11th.
Yeah.
Maya is going to be the headliner on the main stage. Eating Out Band
Uncle
is going to
Bobby
be
D.
there on Saturday. They're going to be performing at 7 o'clock p.m. on Guthrie Green. So make sure you bring your lawn chairs for some good old school fun.
Hey, how excited are you about Mayfest, though? Damali?
I am.
Really?
I'm excited because it is going to be so many things. Like last year was Awakening for me.
I was
Yeah.
oh yeah. So you ready now? You done got
I'm
the
ready
bug.
now.
You got the
I got the
Mayfest.
bug.
You done
I
got
do.
bit.
I got the
JB, all I'm asking is to go with me to get a funnel cake, chicken on a stick, lemonade, corn dog with mustard.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm JB. Are you with me or you not with me?
I'm with you.
Just be. I just want to make sure one person's with me.
Chicken
So,
on a stick.
Chicken on the stick. Chicken on the stick.
You know what? I'm skipping all that. I'm going straight for the King Arthur's chicken.
The king.
What?
Where is
Is
King
King Arthur
Arthur?
gonna be there?
be
I'm sure somebody's
Right.
going to be out there.
Lieutenant.
Okay.
You can join us too.
Yeah, because I'm headed out after I leave here.
When you
What?
head okay.
Yeah, I'm working it.
He working
Okay,
at it. Oh, so
okay.
me, JB, and Sanders, y'all meet us over there. We're gonna do another police report while we eat.
Yes.
Y'all tune in.
For sure.
If you want, they're still looking for volunteers. If you need any more information, go to TulsaMayfest.org.
We want to shout out Corey and them. Shout out Corey and
Yes, and the Jordan.
Jordan 1, Jordan 2, man.
Yes.
They came through. They've been pulling up everywhere. Y'all get out there, man. Y'all pull up. We gonna be there.
Absolutely. Mayor Monroe Nichols is going to be having a community conversation for Midtown. That's going to take place on Thursday, May 15th. It's going to be at OU Tulsa in Founders Hall, located 4502 East 41st Street. Make sure that you attend that if you are a Midtown resident.
Are you
That is your
going? Or
time.
are you waiting for them to come to the north side?
I'm going to be in the north side.
You gonna wait for the north side?
Yeah, I'm in
Okay.
north side.
All right, well y'all pull up if you Midtown.
Yes. All right. Black Wall Street Rally.
Woo!
is going to be happening. Oh, wait. One thing that I did not say.
Girl, I was already in my groove. What
I'm
you
sorry.
talking
Wait a
about?
minute. I forgot to say that we're going to be hosting on Mayfest. We're going to be on the main stage.
We're going to be on the main stage, y'all.
We're going to be on the main
At
stage. So I
Mayfest.
mean to say,
At
Mayfest.
Mayfest.
Yeah.
And then y'all gonna be on the main stage at Black Wall Street
And
Rally.
then we're going to be on the main stage at Black Wall Street
Oh, so
Rally.
y'all just main stage
We
festing it.
main staging it.
Y'all know what it
we
is,
told y'all
man.
we was going to be outside,
We're
right?
going to be outside. Shout out to Uncle Bobby, man, for giving us
Yes.
this platform. And we
Yes.
appreciate y'all appreciating us and allowing us to get on the stage because all we trying to bring is good vibes,
Good
and
vibes,
good
fun and
energy.
energy.
So right after I eat with JB,
Look, Uncle Brian said keep Imsa on standby for Charles.
I keep have him to give me a ride from what me and
And
JB
he
and Lieutenant
said-
Sanders gonna eat to the stage.
And he said we'll probably never see JB again.
JB gonna be rolling
That
with me.
food,
We gonna get
yeah.
a cart. Hey, you gonna have a cart, Lieutenant
Y'all
Sanders?
just don't know me too
I
well.
don't know. Maybe.
Hey,
don't know.
Mayfest, get Lieutenant Sanders a cart because me, him, and JB gonna be rolling on the cart.
Eating too much.
Yes.
All right,
Just like
so the
that.
Black Wall Street Rally is going to be happening May 15th through 17th. It's going to be from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. There's going to be a concert that follows on Saturday night. World One Development is going to be hosting. There's going to be live performances by the PC Band, the Jubu Experience, who used to be the guitarist for Frankie Beverly and Maze, and Zap Band is going to be the feature. If you were at Bingo last night, somebody
went down.
won tickets to the Zap concert.
First class VIP.
That's
JB,
right.
y'all got all the line dances? Where them, man? I mean, you got the line dances,
I
Lieutenant
know
Sanders?
the boots on the ground.
A little
Boots
bit.
on the ground. You got a little bit?
I got a little
You
bit
don't
of-
see, you're a Sigma. You know how to groove. So
Yeah,
he
it
don't
don't
need
matter.
to need the whole lens. He just, you know. All right, y'all get y'all line dances together because me and Damali going to be coming up. We still
Right.
practicing now. So,
We
hey,
practicing.
we're going to have a good time. Mayfest, y'all. Pull up.
All right. So if you want more information, you can go to blackwallstreetrally.com for more information. Theater North is presenting Chicken and Biscuits.
Yep.
It's going to happen Saturday, May 17th and Sunday, May 18th. Also, Saturday, May 27th and Sunday, May 28th. Tickets are available at TulsaPAC.com or you can call 918-596-7111.
It's maybe we pulling up. I'm pulling up. Now, I won't come this rally weekend, but the following weekend,
Yeah.
save the last piece of chicken and the
And the
last
biscuit.
piece of biscuit
For you.
with butter and jelly for
JB
me.
and Charles.
For JB and Charles.
Charles.
So we'll be there. Miss Maybell, don't worry about it.
I'm
We gonna be there.
Get that chicken and biscuit.
Man,
Okay.
chicken biscuit, I gotta shoot it. You going?
Okay.
You gonna hang out with me and
Yes.
JB? Say one more biscuit, Miss Maybell. One
Yeah,
more
one more
biscuit for Damali.
All right, now this is my meeting right
This
here.
is your thing?
This is my meeting. So Mayor Nichols' community conversation for North Tulsa
Northside.
is going to happen on Monday, May 19th at Tulsa Educare at Hawthorne, located at 3420 North Peoria. So make sure you get there because these are designed so that you can provide input to Mayor Nichols. And then we're going to have the Black Wall Street Legacy Fest.
Uh-oh, Dr.
We told
Crutcher, shout out to the
y'all
crew.
it's festival season,
Festival
right?
season. We outside, Damali?
We outside.
We outside, y'all.
All right, so it's going to happen May 31st. For more information, go to blackwallstreetlegacyfest.com.
You know what,
They
y'all, I'ma tell
officially
you?
dropped their headliner too last week.
Oh, they
Toby in Wegway.
Who's that?
Fire, Toby.
Oh.
The African guy. The
Oh,
African hip hop artist.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
hey, that's gonna be
okay.
loud. That's gonna be
I'm like,
loud.
who?
He's the headliner.
I didn't know what his
And once-
name
and then ask Sabri. Sabri won all the bingo money. Ask her.
Oh, that's right.
Let me tell her. No, you getting confused. Hold on. Tell her I need to borrow $25. So right after Mayfest.
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
Charles
Sabri,
needs
wait.
$25.
I need $25 to be right after. I need it for food this weekend, but I'm gonna pay you back before the
telling
Black
you.
Wall Street Rally.
Listen, Sabri picked
Sabri
up
cleaned up
all the money.
Y'all better
last
come to
night.
bingo.
What, she won
Lieutenant
6
Sanders.
games?
She
Oh,
had
my God.
all she had was a bunch
Out
of
of
money.
10.
She got in the car and left. We needed
Yeah.
you to escort her. We looking for the escort.
Right.
We need you next time. Sabri gonna be hitting like that.
Right, that's right.
What we got next?
All right, the EduRec Unplugged Summer Camp registration is open now. It's a $50 registration fee. It's $100 per week. The spots are limited. Scholarships are first come, first serve. In order to sign your child up, go to edurectulsa.com/camps. Now, understand that we do have discounts for multiple children. So
Right.
if you have multiple children, give us a call, 918-430-3947, and we can get you hooked up.
Pull up on us, man. It's coming up quick.
All right. Summer gardening. Prosper and Plant Gardening 101. It's going to be happening June 7th from 12 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. There's limited seating. If you are interested in participating, go to LROLLE, ROLLE, at ccoklahoma.com. There's going to be food, giveaways, and and prizes. This is a totally free event. So make sure you sign up.
We got to find a way to pull up, Damali.
Okay.
You got a green thumb?
I do.
I've been seeing my cousin. She got collard greens out there. I mean, and they look big and thick. I'm like, I want them.
Yes.
I got to figure out how to grow them.
Okay.
Cousin, we pulling up on you one time. So
Yes.
shout out to you.
All right, now Juneteenth is going to be happening June 18th through the 21st. It's just been announced that Rolls-Royce will be the headliner
Man,
on the
that's
21st.
heavyweight.
You know, they sing songs like Car Wash and Wishing on a Star and I Want to Get Next to You. You can go to TulsaJuneteenth.org for vendor and artist deadlines.
Absolutely.
And then lastly, we have Jazz on the Green with Michael Fields Jr.
Come
our
on,
guy.
Michael Fields. He's going to be performing this weekend, too, at Mayfest.
Yes,
So,
and
hey.
August 9th is when Jazz on the Green is going to take place. It's going to be at the Guthrie Green at 6 o'clock p.m. It's going to be featuring Andrea Lisa, Nathan Mitchell, Hank Bila, and T. Rush.
Just like that, y'all. Y'all pull up. It's festival season.
Yeah.
We back outside. What we got on these birthdays? So we get up
Birthday.
outta here?
So today is Omari Jimerson's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Omari.
birthday,
Omari.
sis.
Yeah.
May 11th is my cousin Pam Finley Bitson's birthday and Teresa Griffin's
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
family.
Teresa and Pam.
All right, May 12th, our soror, Champagne Smith. It's her birthday, as well as Wayne Caesar, formerly with the Juice Radio.
Juice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to all
Yeah.
of y'all.
All right, so don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, Edurect Youth and Family Fund Center, the 36th Street North Event Center, Fitting Back In Prison Reentry, and NYCU.FM.
Final thoughts, Lieutenant. Thanks for pulling up on us, man. Get the people something, man, because you're going to be outside this weekend. What's
well,
up?
I don't want to wish everybody that's on this app, the ladies, happy future Mother's Day.
There you go.
And
Come
I hope
on.
you get with everything you need.
Yes, that's nice.
Just
Thank
like
you
that.
so
My
much.
cousin said she's going to see us there.
Okay.
We're going to post the flyer again,
Yes.
the link. Cousin, I know we kind of got a few slots left, but we're going to pull up and get that because we never know in this world.
Yeah.
Grow some stuff and put in Oasis or something.
Okay, son.
What's your final thoughts, Damali, before we get ready? Well, JB, what's your final thoughts?
Hey, you know what time it is. Just continue to be, who you're supposed to be. And last but not least, just try to encourage someone, whether it's anybody, just spread positivity amongst the community and just keep pushing the envelope for all things greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like that. Damali?
Yeah. So what I would say is, we want to make sure that we are being great stewards.
I like that.
We want to make sure that we're loving each other, that we're taking care of each other. Hey, some of this stuff is just foolishness and it's just not even worth it. So guard other people's life like you guard your own.
Just like that. My final thought is I love y'all. And to reach us here on the show for advertising, hosting, marketing, promos, community engagement, or appear live on our show, go to nycu.fm and complete the inquiry form. Someone from our staff will reach out to you. Please subscribe to stay up to date with the latest happenings and receive breaking news first. This has been News You Can Use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. till we get off. Y'all stay tuned.
If you would like to promote or advertise your events or business on this show, go to nycu.fm and submit an inquiry right now. Of course, thank you for listening. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to Officer and TPD Lieutenant Delord Sanders, this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, Eden Media Services, World One Development's News You Can Use, and nycu.fm. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, before we go, Uncle Brian says Tulsa Farmers Market is now open on both Wednesday and Saturday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. Now through August. And I want to give a huge shout out to Polo Pal for my new jacket. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for sending this all the way from
St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. We appreciate that.
That's a nice jacket you have there.
Nice jacket.
What's up, Narissa? What's up,
Narissa.
Natasha
Hey, sister.
Mitchell? Thanks for tuning
Hey,
in to the
Natasha.
show. Thanks, Uncle Brian, for the love, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Later, y'all.
And other news you cannot use, clemency was denied for an Oklahoma death row inmate convicted of a 1999 murder. So check that in your news you cannot use. Y'all have a great day.
And not you.
Bye.